Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Dina and today I'm here with you for another yarn talk video. And as always, we cannot really talk yarn without me having my faithful mug of tea. And today, this is a loose tea blend that I bought when I was in Germany a while ago. And it is the one that's named Ettlinger Altstadsmischung. Ettlingen is a small trade city and production city in Germany, and it's just at the very northern edge of a Schwarzwald, so that's the Black Forest for those that's interested in looking that one up. But yeah, it is basically it's a blend of Ettlingen, and it's a black loose tea with some lemon and pineapple, and it is both at the same time a black tea, but also a quite fresh fruity tea. So I definitely enjoy it, and I'm kind of sad that I don't live anywhere close, so I could easily pick up a new bag of tea. So if I ever come back, I will definitely check out if the store is still there to see if I can get some more tea. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So lots of things has happened since the last yarn talk video. First of all, there is definitely grounds for celebration because I hit the magic 1,000 subscribers, which means that I'm now fully monetized because I already have the watch hours. I had the watch hours already, but I was missing the members, and as of this week, basically I just had enough members to flip the switch and turn on full monetization, which means basically that all the advertisements that was played on my channel before and still are played on my channel, actually I now get a slice of the pie from YouTube, which is really nice because that hopefully means that it will be much easier for me to make content for you guys that's really worth watching, of course, and doing other things, buying more yarns, making reviews, etc, etc. So it's a nice help for sure. So a few people definitely made this possible for me and have been quite helpful supporting me over the last couple of months. And you know, just a shout out to everybody who has been helpful getting me here, who's been sharing me. Just thank you, everyone. Also, thank you to the new members that's joined. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the content you find here on this channel. And as a part of that celebration, next week, Wednesday, so on Wednesday, what would that be? Date-wise, 13th, maybe? Just a moment, I'm just checking my agenda. Yes, on Wednesday, 13th of March, I will be launching another giveaway, and on that giveaway, that's my 1,000 subscriber milestone celebration, which means that it is going to be quite a large giveaway. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we will talk a bit more about the yarns that will be a part of this giveaway that you can win a bit later in this video. So yeah, welcome to everybody that's new and likes to hang around and talk about yarn. I just want to appreciate my thanks to everybody who's hanging around here, and I know some of you are very appreciative of the content I make. So in the end, it is like a mutual thanks and appreciation. There's lots of love here on YouTube, which is definitely something that I enjoy, especially here in the yarn community. So in the yarn community, I've only seen friendship and love and helpfulness. So it's definitely like your own little yarn club, except it's on the internet rather than it's down the street at the community center. Anyhow, I've been working on a few things since last week as well. So meanwhile, celebration and being totally happy about everything that I've reached and obtained. I've been working on, I think, all of my projects actually. Yeah, I have. So the first project, to take them in chronological order as of when I start them, is my Oasis Cardigan, which I started on last summer. Then it was dormant for a while, and then I picked it back up. And then the last couple of weeks, it's been a little bit silent on the front on production. I was reading, so I finished the whole, what would you call it? The whole circle, and I now just need to add a front section, a front panel, and arms. So this whole circle I finished, and I decided to start at arms before the front section because I did a fitting 2 weeks ago or so, and I thought it looked really, really nice. And a lot of people were like, oh yeah, you can also just use this as a vest. And I'm like, I'd like sleeves in it, but I'm not sure if I need the front panels. And I also don't have that much yarn left. Now, reading through the patterns, then the sleeve is worked in the round. It says work exchange on the hook, and then explains how you like kind of get going. And then once you're done, fasten off. Let's see. And then basically afterwards, you need to work the sleeves together with the circle. So basically you crochet the sleeves and then you crochet them on afterwards. That surprised me a little bit. But that's what's set in the pattern, and I started making the round, but I'm not convinced fully on how it looks here, especially where it's kind of where I started it and it kind of goes over one another. Like if I look just here, it looks fine, but around this edge it seems a bit weird. I need to figure out how to decrease. I need to read that. There is a tip for it. Drops rates them a bit funky, but the thing is, I'm not fully convinced. Also, if I compare this size, and I did take the big one because I did a few more rounds to make sure it had the nice wide width for me, is that it doesn't feel that it fits 100% on the arm gap. It feels like this is a bit smaller compared to the arm gap. So I'm wondering if it's somehow possible instead just to crochet the sleeves directly on. It should be. Like I've done other garment projects where I've crocheted the sleeve on the actual garment in the process. I'm not completely sure. It is at a place in this project where I like wish I had a sleeve done, but I haven't. And I am probably gonna discuss a strategy again with my dear mom, who's like my mentor when it comes to these drops patterns. Maybe it's just because she has years of experience reading patterns, and then she might have a better imagination than I do still. I don't know. But she will definitely help me figure out how to do it best possible. But this is the big circle for those that's interested. You can see here the arm gaps. And obviously because it's circle, it will always hang a bit because I can't hold it completely out as a circle. It looks really nice, and I'm really happy with this piece of it. All the ends are weaved in. Basically, I could use this as a vest if I really wanted to, but you know, I did want arms originally because then I could use it for as a jacket or vest as well. So I started on it and I'm not convinced. So I need to figure out if there's a better way of doing it and still get the same result. So that is what my next headache is about. And this yarn, it's yarn you can frog it, but when you frog it too often, it gets like a bit untwined and less nice to work with. So I'd rather frog it as less or the less than possible. Of course, we are probably all in the same situation. Nobody of us likes really frogging our work, though, do we? Not really. This is the yarn I'm using. It's also the drop yarn, Baby Merino mix. It's a colorway 22. I do believe it's the one that's called light gray or baby gray. It's the yarn group A. Can be washed at 40 degrees Celsius, so that's 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 1.75 ounces to 191 yards, and it is 100% super wash treated fine merino wool. So that's basically the quick yarn specs, and for those that's interested, this would be the back side of the label. So you can iron it, lay flat to dry, don't double dry, don't bleach, can be dry cleaned. That was my Oasis cardigan, and it's a little bit on the hold until I get a good strategy worked out with my I think mom, yeah, I already talked a bit with her about it, and she know we are going to probably make a call about it to figure out how we are gonna get solved this. Maybe, I think I might have time this weekend to get it done, at least a call and discuss it. I just don't know if it's gonna be Saturday or Sunday yet. Yeah, so that's Oasis Cardigan. Then, the next project that I have, I'm just trying to keep track of them all, is my In-Lines Poncho. The In-Lines Poncho is by Tante Traad, and it is the In-Lines Alpaca Poncho, which it's made in alpaca yarn. It is made in the yarn art alpaca flowers alpaca, which is the exact same as the Hobbii alpaca, wheel of alpaca, I think it's named. Yeah. What is that I am currently working here down, making it lighter blue to darker blue, because I am working on the second skein. I'm working from the center of the skein out, and I already have the cowl on. Actually, the pattern say you add the cowl as the last piece. I chose to already add the cowl because then I wanted to make sure that I had enough yarn of the right color. And then what I wanted to do afterwards was basically keep working on the yarn until there is no yarn left. And of course, stop before the last round so that I don't have to frock it. I'd rather not. I really like how this is working up. The cowl is really nice. It is very scarfable and friendly, and it is warm. So this poncho I'm gonna be so happy for next winter. It's gonna help keep me warm in the winter days when it's really cold. And I'm the person that always needs extra layers. So like even now when it's slowly starting to get spring, I have this kind of cardigan blazer sweatshirt on it. It's a thinner one, and I still have like a long sleeved shirt underneath because I'm just this, I wouldn't say I'm a cold person, but I have it cold easily. And everybody's like, Stina, how can you be from Scandinavia when you freeze so easily? And I'm just gonna be like, something went wrong when I was born, because I don't understand it either. But yeah, I'm just this person that I don't like cold, and I don't like being cold, so I always wear extra layers. And yeah, that's just how it is. But it is working really, really nicely up, as you can see. That's basically how we're looking, and the gradients is gonna be the same as we go back, but as we go further down. The lines of the gradient will be a bit thinner because obviously I'm working in the round and I keep increasing every round the amount of stitches. It is a front post, back post, double crochet project, which means that's basically you're starting with front post, back post, front post, back post until you reach the point. There in the gap, we have these gaps. This is actually the other end, so that's not the best, but this is a point. Here at the point, I have this chain 2 gap. In this chain 2 gap, I work in 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets, and then I go back on the next double crochet from the previous round, front post, back post, etc. At the start of the round, instead of the 2 double crochets, I'll start by the pattern says chain 3 and then double crochet. I personally chain 2 and double crochet, and I don't know. It's technically wrong, but it gives the nicest result for me. So this is just me adapting to the fact that I know that else it's gonna look different, because what gets is if I don't do it, these circles here on the other end is gonna look a bit bigger if I do chain 3 compared to this. And don't ask me how come. But that's just how it is. So that's why I'm doing that. So I personally chain 2, others chain 3, pattern says chain 3, but this is what I'm doing. And this is basically what I currently have left of the last cake. That is all gonna get added on this poncho, and then I'm done. This poncho I've only been working on when I'm watching TV, driving in the car, and doing other mindless stuff. So it might still be a little bit before I'm done. I am doing my best to get it done, and sometimes I'm thinking that I don't know if I could maybe do it quicker. I definitely could if I wanted to work more on it. And it's not, but I do work on it. I wouldn't say I work daily on it though. But I'm pretty happy with the progress I've been making on it in general. Yeah, let's see, what did we then start? Then we started the blanket. And that I started just around New Year's. And I have this nice little crate for it, except eventually this crate is gonna be too small and I will need a bigger project crate for it. But that's not where we are yet, so I'm not gonna worry about that issue. On the other hand, my project crate for my poncho is also not matching up anymore, so I'm kind of like stacking up on top. I probably need to find a solution for project crates. But yeah, I am working on the Fleur Mosiac blanket. Fleur is designed by Anke Wintermans. That is a Dutch designer. She sells her patterns on Ravelry. And this yarn I got as a package from Wool Plaza. Yeah, Yarn Plaza it's called, yarnplaza.com. Or woolplein.nl. It's the same store, it is here in the Netherlands. They have this Stylecraft Special DK yarn. So this is the yarn I'm using for the Mosiac blanket. It is a 4mm crochet hook. It's 100 grams gain, so 3.5 ounces to 295 meters, so that's about 322 yards DK weight. You can tumble dry at cool, iron at cool, may dry clean, machine wash at 30 degrees Celsius, so that's 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Since last week, I got 3 more rows. I got 3 more rows or rounds added, whatever you would. It's worked in the round, so it sounds more correct to say that I got a round added, even though it is kind of also of a row. But I got 3 more rounds added, so this is kind of where we are now. You can see it's growing. It's not growing that quickly, but it is growing. So yeah, I ended at the white last time, so that would be this one, I guess. Yeah, should be. Maybe it's the previous. No, this one. Yeah, that is indeed this one. This one is where we finished off. And then there is some, and that's because it's double layered. So the back side looks like this. Not too bad now when we're actually starting to increase the pattern. And as you can see, I carry the yarn very nicely in the corner. This burgundy Bordeaux red, it's difficult to see, it's red, the lighting isn't too best. Is the background I set adjacent color. I need to keep on this until with row 47. Right now I'm at row 21, so there's quite a bit to go. So until then you will still keep these colors. The beige color is gonna go through the whole project. And you can also slowly see that this piece is decreasing again, and we are adding some more. But it is an absolutely gorgeous pattern. I have linked to the project as well down below, including yarn holes, etc. for this specific. But here right now I have the 2 colors. As you can see, it's 2-stranded, and that's simply because you keep working one round. So next round I will be working with the white. So I will make sure that the burgundy is carried up, and then I will make a round with the white, etc. And that's just how it goes. So what you can all see on this side is double crochets. So these are single crochets, which means that these are likely gonna get layered over with double crochets. And the double crochets could still have some single crochets if you are gonna add the other color. But again, we will see how this develops. It's a project that I won't have done this year, I think. I'm being realistic. It could be that I suddenly get extra time and I can get it done. But subconsciously, this project is not a project I'm going to have done this year. It's going to be my eternal project, and we'll get back on it like every yarn talk video. I have a note where I write down the amount of rounds I've done. I work on the project sitting here at the table because I keep track on the pattern. It's a like big chart, and it's just easier to keep track when you have 2 skeins of yarn that you're working with. Then it's just easier to basically sit at a table where you can easily keep an overview. So that's the reason why. But yeah, so that was Fleur. So we have had Oasis Cardigan, we have had the In-Lines Alpaca Poncho, and the Fleur Mosiac blanket. After that, after Fleur, I started on the beginning, no, not the beginning, 4 weeks ago, the end, it's easy, 4 weeks ago, I started on the JasmineTea Shawl. It's by RedTeapotAtelier. She also sells her patterns on Ravelry, but you can also find them on Hobbie's website. It then is a paid pattern from Hobbii. If you have Hobbii Plus, you can get it for free. I also use Hobbii yarns for it. And last week I had finished color 3, and I was going to add the 4th color, which I've done. And then I was really happy, and I was going good, and I did like a round and a half. Did I even do 2 rounds of the new color? I don't remember, but I did like a color and a round and a some, and then I was like, something is wrong. My stitch count is wrong, which means that in the end it's not gonna add up. And I was trying to figure out where it was. And I realized it was 2 rows prior. And because it was 2 rows prior, I had to unfrock this color, which is the new color. And I had to frock basically 3 rounds back in total, because I had made a round and a few stitches with this one. Then I frocked another 2 rounds, because that's until I found the mistake, and it was in the very beginning of that round, of course, on top. I worked the round perfectly, and then instead of working another round of the previous color, which is this one, this is what I actually have left. This was on the shawl, but I wasn't sure if I would have enough yarn because I had already cut the end, and therefore I decided to use this one round earlier. And this is where we are at right now. This is my tea shawl. It's not blocked. It will look 10,000 times nicer when it's blocked, obviously. Right now we are just working. It is the JasmineTea Shawl. JasmineTea Shawl. And I still need to weave in 2 ends here. Let's look away from that. But it's the one that I'm using for the Disley Sisterz Creationz MAL. MAL stands for Make Along. And that started at the 1st of February and it's running until the 30th of April. And they have some really nice prizes as well, but I'm just thinking it's the first time I do part of a make along, so I am gonna enjoy the process, and that is so far how we are looking. And I've also linked to the rules of that make along, to the video that's containing the rules here in the description down below. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. So now we are getting to the stage where it's time to add a new color. And a part of it is, I've been debating if I should go on. I easily have the yarn to do it, or if it's time to change. I've been like looking a few at patterns and so on, but this is more like a petrol color, where this is more like a blue, and we are changing to the greens, to the minty greens. So these are the yarns I have, and this is the first 3 I've done, and we are gonna go here, and that's also quite different. Until we basically go further there. And I've been looking at shawls, and when I'm looking at the shawl that that RedTeapotAtelier made, it seems fair enough to not have this longer than where we are right now. I'm kind of okay ending it here and adding the new one, and the new one will be the crown section. So basically where I am right now is like where I need to start here on the crown, but a bit further out. I have a few more repetitions to go. Obviously I have 5 more colors to add. So in 5 weeks time, this one should be complete. Maybe if I'm in good mood, I might add more before next week. If I'm done before then that's not too bad either. But yeah, right now I'm just enjoying myself, and I will definitely be done before the end of the MAL, because that's how it's looking right now. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this one is looking. I like it. It's really, I like the texture of it. I do want to maybe make it with a yarn cake in the future and see how that works up with different colors. That's it. It's the Hobbii Friends cotton that I'm using for it. Ta-ta, Hobbii Friends 8/4 cotton. It's 100% cotton, and you can wash it at 40 degrees when it's the colors, which is 104 Fahrenheit. 50 grams, so 1.75 ounces to 160 meters, so that's 174 yards. 100% cotton. They classify it as a fine. I would classify it probably more like a sport weight, but that's individually. This is a colorway 90. I haven't written down the exact color name for it. The next color I am adding is colorway 100, which I can take out because it is basically, we already decided, I kind of decided before jumping on here. And these look really good together. Hot, actually. That's a colorway 100, which is the next one that I'm going to be adding. The Minties is the next. So that's where we are. Some of these, obviously, the leftovers, they will probably go to yarn scraps projects. I have all these books with the mini amigurumis. This cotton will definitely be perfect for making some of them. And all the colors, it's absolutely nice. And it's always good to have some leftovers. Like, or maybe, you know, I'll take the inspiration from Amanda from Scraptastic Crochet and make a scrap basket. Who knows? I like the idea, at least. And I have a bunch of scrap yarns, except I probably far don't have as many as you do. Maybe out a year or two in the future. Who knows? So that's the Friends cotton. Then I started on a new project. Ta-ta-ta-ta. I did start on a new project. And I'm just going to keep track of it. I use my 4.5mm crochet hook for it. I have a lot of crochet hooks laying around on this table right now because of us talking yarn and yarny updates and everything I did. I started on the Firefly sweater. I had a community poll a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, to figure out, help me choose my next whip. And the result was the Firefly sweater. I've been taking some measurements to figure out the best size for me. I'm going to combine 2 sizes basically to get the right. It's an oversized sweater. I'm not super much into oversized, so I'll probably make it a slight bit slimmer, but not much. But what I mainly have done is I've added length to it because I'm not really a big fan of the crop design. I guess it's just because it doesn't suit me very well having something crop designed. And I am working on the front panel right now, and I need another, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. I probably need, I think it's like you do 1 row and then you need to repeat it 14 times. So I'll probably need 2 more rows of this. 1 or 2 more rows. This is how it looks right now, worked up. Doesn't this look gorgeous? All double crochets. But this is 2 strands held together. What you can imagine is it's actually crocheted like, let's see if I can do it without losing it all. It's crocheted like this, so you crochet it sideways. So what I need to do is eventually I need to take in So I can make, so actually that's probably slowly around now. Not wait too long for it. I will have to read the pattern just to make sure. But what you need to do is you need to slowly take in, and then you have the back panel afterwards, and then afterwards you make the sleeves, but it's worked sideways around you. And this is the yarn I have left on the first 2 skeins. And of course, as I said, I did add some extra length. I love how this looks. Like, this looks gorgeous. Really gorgeous. Absolutely freaking gorgeous. I use a soft sensation from Lamb Yarns, so they look like this when you get them. And they are really nice, and they are soft, and there is no animal fibers at all, so they are 100% synthetic yarns. It is 76% acrylic and 24% polyester. This is colorway 12, and this is colorway 62. Hand wash, do not tumble dry, do not iron, do not bleach, can be dry cleaned. That's basically what it says. These skeins are only 25 grams. So that's like 0.85, 0.9 ounces, something like that. To 200 meters. 200 meters is like 200, bit less than 220 yards, like 218 yards or something like that. 217, 218 yards. So you get quite some distance for quite a nice light weight. It's a different yarn that's recommended by the pattern. They suggest, of course, their own yarn from Hobbii, because this pattern is found on the Hobbii website. Again, I'm just progressing and making it step by step. I definitely need to read a little bit, I think, before adding more rows, just to make sure that that I'm not needing to frock, because this is not going to be fun to frock, because it is, as you can see, it is fluffy. You can also see that from the yarns, they are fluffy. It almost feels like, so this yarn, while it is synthetic, it almost feels like working with mohair. That's how fluffy it is. It's very halo-ish, hairish, and it is indeed a quite soft sensation. So that's almost it. We aren't fully complete, because I did say, with a little bit teaser hint at the very start of this video, that I am going to celebrate the 1000 subscribers milestone. And the first time to celebrate it is on upcoming Wednesday, so Wednesday the 13th of March, where I will be launching the giveaway to celebrate the 1000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody. And of course, I have some yarn to there. And this is the last yarn teaser I give, and the rest of the yarns and everything else you will have to see during that video. And you also have to watch that video in full to be eligible to enter, and of course be subscribed to my channel. So I have a yarn art cake that I'm going to add to this one, and it's the yarn art Rose Garden. And the yarn art Rose Garden is basically the same as Hobbie's Sultan Deluxe. If I did not know better, I would say it's very likely made on the same factory with the same machineries. It's just different labels, and they have some different colorways because the yarn specs are the same. And this one is freaking gorgeous. And honestly, I want to give you guys stuff that I would like to receive myself. So here we are. Isn't this gorgeous? Very, very bright purple that goes into this lighter purple to a light, more like light lilac. But if it goes pink to this creamy baby pink, I would not call it, or maybe it is, yeah, it is. In the very center, it actually is slightly white. It has Scenterable Rose Garden from Yarn Art. It's 250 grams, so that's 8.8 ounces to 1,000 meters, so that's 1,093 yards. It's 100% cotton. They classify it as a super fine, and this is definitely lighter than, let's say, the Hobbie's 8.4. So this, I could probably say it is a fine. It's a colorway 321. They don't have names, so just accept that's what it is. It's made in Turkey by Yarn Art. It can be washed at 40 degrees, so 104 Fahrenheit. Can be machine washed, dry, flat, do not bleach. Can be ironed at low and can be dry cleaned. Yeah, you need one of these to make an absolutely gorgeous shawl. So this gorgeous yarn, which is also very soft from a cotton, you can win in the upcoming giveaway on Wednesday. And by therefore, for no further ado, much more is coming up on this channel, because this weekend you will get the introduction to my Sort My Stash 2024 series that's gonna come up on this channel. And on Monday we will have the very first look into the yarns. But the introduction, I think, is quite good to watch as well, because it gives you a bit of an idea of what I have to work with and where I'm coming from when it comes to sorting my stash. And then you can really see the progress on how it's going in the coming videos, and you get a full overview of the yarns I do have in my storage. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, and then of course Wednesday we have the big celebration giveaway. Friday I'll be back with a new yarn talk video, and also another part of the celebrations is that I will eventually host a celebrationary live. So a live where we do party and celebrate the fact that I hit this milestone. But the problem is I am really busy the coming months. So from now until and with middle of May. So I'm not completely sure when between now and then I will have time to celebrate. So, and I also know there are others here in the YouTube streets that will be having their celebrations of hitting their full monetization, so the monetization parties. Therefore, when I know when it's gonna happen, I will make sure to post a community post so that you are being held aware. And if I even know in really good time, I will try to also even mention in a yarn talk so we can get some advertisements on it, or post a small video or something the like. I think that was it. I think we got it all covered. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the thummies and like this video. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it yet, because really, if you do enjoy yarn, do subscribe and make sure your notifications are turned on, because I do post videos from time to time, well, actually pretty often. Yeah, thank you for hanging around with me. I wish you a very great day and a great weekend, a happy crafting, and take care. Bye.